Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shots Fired podcast, where the safety is always off. I am your host, Jamie the Beardless Jordan. Special episode tonight. It's our first video cast. We're going to upload this to YouTube and see how it goes. If it goes well, we'll continue doing it this way. My co-host for the evening is none other than Matt fucking Donham.
Yo, what's
All
up,
right.
guys?
All right. And Matt's filling in tonight because Jeff has his kid and DJ's a bitch. So, and Mike Eskew had family things, and he's a really nice guy.
Man, fuck Jeff Farrow.
What was it? DJ's probably stuck in his soul patch or his soul hole or whatever the hell it was.
yes. The gateway to Narnia.
Yeah.
All right. So, our special guest tonight is none other than Travis Roberts, aka Aries Edge.
Yes.
All right. Well, got a good episode tonight. Both these guys have been on before, so we're going to kind of skip the normal, introduce yourself stuff. I think everybody pretty much knows Matt Donham at this point and Aries. So we're going to talk a little bit about, first off, the new Fantastic Four clix and stuff, and the Super Scroll that was just posted today online.
Yes.
I'm going to pull those up real quick. Let's
That's a
see.
good idea.
Here. Leave it to me to not be prepared.
Not be
Don't worry,
prepared.
this is a professional show.
Been waiting
Absolutely,
for fucking Matt Donham for 20 minutes now.
Yeah. Fuck Matt Donham.
Hey,
All right,
technical difficulties.
So first off, we got the Super Scroll, and big thing I noticed here. First off, is that Scroll team ability has changed.
What is it? I didn't actually zoom in enough to see it.
It's still shape change, but only succeeds on a 6. But they added this: if the character can already use shape change, instead the result on the roll for shape or increase the result on the roll for shape change by +1. So he has shape change on his starting click. So now his shape change is a 4 through 6.
Okay, not bad. I was kind of hoping it was going to be I got shape change and I got another shape change, and then I can choose super senses and have impervious.
Yeah.
I have 4 rollouts? That's kind of ridiculous.
But he already can have 3 rollouts.
Yeah.
And one of them is on a 4 through 6, which is stupid good.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Well, that's what the old Scrolls team ability used to be. It used to be that you would have the 1 rollout on a 6 for your Scrolls team ability.
That's right.
And then you would have the 1 rollout for your shape change on 5 or 6.
Right.
And you had to choose which one you would choose first.
Right.
They changed it, and then they realized, like, oh shit, we have a bunch of scroll figures that have shape change already. So now we're kind of like it fucked some things up.
Now, did they make that change?
It didn't play right.
Did they just make that change, or was that in the Captain Marvel set?
No,
I didn't collect that one, so I'm not sure.
They changed it for the Captain Marvel set, and that's what didn't sit right, because it now became that the Super Scroll team ability was shape change, but only succeeded on a 6. Yeah. So now you had some scrolls that already had shape change. So it just kind of played out like it was a normal 5 or 6, and the team ability was a moot point. So they just changed it again, because if you look at the Super Scroll card, it has the new team ability printed on the card, stating that you get the +1 to the team ability. So now it has changed again. They basically they took the feedback, because WizKids doesn't listen to anybody. So they took the feedback that we gave them, and they said, yep, that makes sense. We'll make the change. They made the change. It's now a +1 to your roll if you already have shape change.
Right. Which is excellent. I love it.
It's a win. It's them listening feedback and being like, hey, you changed it. It sucks. Let's do something different.
Right.
I'm digging this Super Scroll. I wish I could see the points, though. I know that I see there's a 50-point dial, but that I'm hoping the other 2 dials aren't like maybe 25-point increments.
I'm gonna say it's 50, 75, 100. Anyway, that's what I'm hoping.
That's what I would guess too.
Only 2 clicks, and they're not that much of an increase either. I mean, they're good stats and all, but it's just kind of like eh. But one thing I'm loving that they got the mind control on the back end. That's one of his hypnosis power that he rarely uses. Like, I'm a big Super Scroll fan. Like, I love Fantastic Four, so I'm really excited about this set. And I mean, to me, the Thing is the heart and soul of the Marvel universe. So, I mean, This set
I'm excited about this set because we're going to be getting 2 Ghost Riders.
Oh, we're getting two in the set?
There's one in the Fast Forces that we already know, which means they're probably going to be one in the main set.
Is it Danny Ketch?
It is Danny Ketch. It's
yes.
school 90s Danny Ketch.
Oh, I grew up reading 90s
Ghost
Rider, so
yeah.
I'm all about that.
Huge 90s Danny Ketch Ghost
Now,
Rider.
if we can get Lilith and all of her children, all the Lilin, that would be amazing. I think I just saw HC Realms post something about that today. And I've been saying that for, God, about a year now. I'd love to have those guys.
Why, I still don't know why we don't have a Blackout.
Dude, Blackout would be amazing.
Blackout was always one of Ghost Rider's, or Danny Ketch's at least biggest.
Oh, yeah.
But,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had really any Ghost Rider villains since the Amazing Spider-Man set, when we had
you had Blackheart.
You had Blackheart, and you had what was it? Damian Hellstrom. Is that what his name was?
I think that's about it. But I mean, was Damian Hellstrom really even in Ghost Rider that much?
Not a whole lot. Not in the old 90s.
Midnight Sun.
Blackheart is only in that that terrible. I mean, it's awesome, but it's still terrible. The Punisher, Wolverine, Ghost Rider crossover.
The Dark Hearts of Marvel.
Yeah, Hearts of Darkness. The hey, let's make money.
He did.
Yeah. I mean, let's put our 3 most popular characters, and hey, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, to this day, 3 of my favorite, Marvel characters, but
yeah, I absolutely love Super Skrull here. Does he have the Annihilation keyword? I can't tell.
Let's see.
It says he's wearing his Annihilation gear.
It says he's wearing his Annihilation costume.
But I don't know if he's got the Annihilator's keyword. Well, I guess he wasn't really on the Annihilator, so because he died during Annihilation.
I see Frightful 4, Skrulls, Cosmic, Soldier, and Warrior is what it appears to be.
Okay, those are pretty good keywords.
Yeah.
But
basically his trait says Powers Fantastic Four at the beginning of your turn, choose 2. Super Skrull has the listed effects until your next turn. If he chooses Invisible Woman, he gets Sidestep, Stealth, Barrier as free, but only to generate 1 marker. The Thing, Charge, Impervious, Close Combat Expert. Mr. Fantastic, Plasticity, Super Senses, Giant Reach 4. And Human Torch, Running Shot, Energy Explosion, range of 6. So, obviously the Thing and Mr. Fantastic are probably going to be your 2 best bets.
Almost all the time, unless they don't have stealth busting.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, I wish he was dealing a little bit more damage. Those 2s are a little disheartening. But I mean, this is the guy that takes down the Fantastic Four by himself, Yeah. He's, at
least he is indomitable.
Yes, that's good.
And he's got toughness, at least, on top of everything.
Yeah, so you're not poisoning him out.
Right. Even if you get rid of his impervious, he's still going to have toughness up there. So,
yep.
But, I mean, the fact that, you pick Thing and Mr. Fantastic, you get Charge, Impervious, Close Combat Expert. The Close Combat Expert will help. You get in there, you can punch for 5 or,
What's his Giant Reach at? A Giant Reach of 4.
Giant Reach 4.
Hell yeah. Right there. 4. Yeah. Giant Reach 4. That's, you can be swinging 12 for 4 damage right there.
Yeah, if you pick that, you've got a 9 move with Charge, which means you're going to charge 5 squares, hit from 4 away. So that's a 9 square swing there. It just be an 11-3. But if you get, he doesn't have super strength there, but Plasticity, Super, but you're still charging in. Now you're up close, 11-5 next turn or 12-4, whatever you need. So,
Jamie, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I am the winner. I have finished my root beer here, sir.
Oh,
before you finish the scotch.
Man, fuck Matt Donham. All right. But other than that, I mean, Super Skrull's pretty good. So we'll move on to Invisible Woman. 40 points. Starts out 8-10, 18-2. Stealth, TK, looks like Defend and Enhancement. One trait says she increases her attack by +1 for each attack total by +1 for each 4 in her finalized attack roll.
Okay, so it's like that X-Men trait we had a little while back.
Yeah.
I think it's X-Force or X-Factor.
Yeah. She's got another trait at the beginning of the game. You may replace up to 4 friendly characters with the same number of characters from your sideline, all on their starting clicks. All replacement and replace characters must have the Fantastic Four keyword and different names. The total of the replacement characters can't exceed the total points of the replaced characters. It's kind of interesting. I mean, we'll have to see more of the set, but it's a good way to change your team out on the fly to best suit the situation you're playing against.
Jamie, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I think the fast forces actually have removable bases. That might be why. Maybe you could put it on whatever figure you want on there. So that could be why.
That's cool.
Ooh.
There we go.
Then she's got another trait on her last click, which is a stop click. It's together we stand, defend, stop, but only if there's another friendly character with a Fantastic Four keyword within 4 squares. And she's a 19 defense on that click, so
not bad.
Not too shabby. Granted, she's only 4 clicks deep, but not bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, but she got a stop click, remember? So I mean, you got to double tap her,
right?
Or at least do knockback. So I mean, that ain't bad for 40 points. You got TK. I mean, depending on what you got with the set, I mean, and she got enhancement there, so don't sleep on that. So Johnny Storm comes up, and boom, you're hitting harder. You're good to go. It could be a lot of fun.
Jeff Farrow, I'm the winner of bourbon. Oof. All right. So we're going to move on to She Thing. Well, definitely the best version of She Thing I think we've seen. Well, but only the second version of She Thing.
I was going to say, I think we've only had one before, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think the second version.
Wasn't it in, oh shit, what was it? Secret Invasion? Was that what she was in?
I think so. It was a set that I wasn't playing for. I remember
it was either
that.
Secret Invasion or Fantastic Forces. I can't remember, but it was one of those two. But anyway, she's 75 points, starts out 8, 11, 17, 4. She's got Super Strength, Impervious, and Battle Fury, which I like. She's also Indomitable, which is good. Those are good numbers for 75 points. Special movement power, Leap Climb. When she uses it after resolutions, she may make a close attack. So that's pretty good.
Full movement charge right there.
Full move charge, yeah.
With improved movement and breakaway. Better breakaway.
Yeah.
That ain't bad at
all. Another trait, Frightful 4, if you don't want me. Unique modifier. Friendly characters with Frightful 4 keyword modify damage +1 when attacking only characters that share a keyword with them. Okay.
It was Secret Invasion, and that dial was ass.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was right. Yeah, it was horrible. It wasn't that good. Now back then it was okay, but by today's standards, no. Now this She Thing, that little trait there is kind of interesting paired with that Super Scroll, because that Super Scroll has a lot of keywords like Cosmic, Soldier, Warrior, that are fairly common that can bump his damage up. So maybe for sealed or something, I think I can see those two being a good pairing.
What's the point value on that?
She's only 75.
And she does have Frightful 4 as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She has Frightful 4. So he has, and Super Scroll has Frightful 4. So on a keyworded theme team, it's an interesting combo there. All right. Well, that's kind of what we saw. I think also there was a picture of the sculpt for the Galactus.
I was going to say, we're missing out on the best part, too, because they put right in there.
Galactus looked pretty amazing.
Well, right above it, too, though, you're missing out. It says we have some characters to preview. We have Reed Richards, Alpha, Invisible Woman as Captain Universe, and Silver Surfer from the Silver Surfer Black series.
Oh, I remember that one.
Wow.
Those images are right above the Galactus.
Yeah.
It also says right there, too, we also have some details on the storyline, the search for Galactus happening later this year. Each month will have kits with new special figures included. And then in the final month, the stores will be able to distribute Galactus himself. Each month, stores can choose to run the events in a bunch of different formats like Battle Royal, Constructed, Sealed, or Skirmish.
So I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this, but that's an X-23 right there as well. And it looks like we have a Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four uniform. We got a Gray Hulk. And like you said earlier, we got Ghost Rider. So you know what we're getting in this set. We're getting the new Fantastic Four from the 90s.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Well, I think it's the Fast Forces is the new Fantastic Four.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it'll be Wolverine. Is there going to be you think there's going to be an Invisible Woman?
It's Wolverine, Hulk, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man. I want to say who else was there? She-Hulk. And I can't remember who. Maybe
Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Hulk, and Spider-Man, and then they were
the new Fantastic Four.
It was something to do with a scroll,
Black
some lady
Panther.
scroll. It's been a while since I read those two issues.
Weird one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be. Looks like we're getting a couple different Silver Surfers. So
hey, that's never a bad thing.
I mean, this set. I mean, I'm hoping this set says Black Widow. What? Who? I don't care.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping.
I think we're all kind of tired of Black Widow.
I've not
even had to play against one, and I'm just tired of hearing about it.
I haven't even found a gravity feed here in Connecticut yet.
I haven't even bothered to find it. I'm just tired of playing against it.
So here's a question that's kind of Clix related, but off topic too. They just pushed back the movie again to until November. Mm-hmm. So what the hell is going to happen in this movie to where they have to continue to push back the movie? Something has to be big in the movie.
Yeah.
For them to continually push it, no, we can't. We needed to. Do they want it to do well because it's their first? It's Black Widow's first solo run. Is something big gonna happen where Barton is actually Taskmaster?
They better not have Barton as Taskmaster. Come on,
I hope not.
Taskmaster's too badass.
So I mean,
they better not make him a throwaway villain either, like they did with Strucker.
With everyone, Crossbones, every single person.
Oh man, and I love me some villains.
Every villain except for Loki.
Well, technically, even Red Skull, because Red Skull came back for Endgame.
Yeah, he did.
But it's everyone, every villain dead.
Yeah, they're just throwing them away. It's you got so many cool villains in this universe, and you're just tossing them though. But I mean, yeah, come on, make a repeat. Get a oh, they're back. Oh shit.
Maybe we'll actually get a real Mandarin.
Oh,
I gave up. I think he's coming out with the what the hell's his name? Shang-Chi. Because isn't it Shang-Chi in the 10 Rings?
Yes, it is. Yes, you're right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm mostly hoping that Disney somehow picks up the Netflix stuff and continues that, because I loved the Netflix stuff. I don't like Brian Michael Bendis at all, but I love that Jessica Jones stuff. That stuff was fantastic.
I still haven't watched the final season of Jessica Jones, but I've seen all.
I haven't either yet. I need to.
Punisher was still my favorite Netflix.
Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand the guy playing it, man.
I thought John Barron.
That southern accent pissed me off. He's from New York. I mean, it's just the accent. I know. I'm horrible, but I'm just dude, come on, try. It's called acting.
I thought he was great. I thought Barenthal was great.
Also,
did you ever see Punisher Warzone?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Ridiculous movie. Tons of fun. Great Frank Castle.
No, oh my god. Matt Donham, you fucking disconnect him. Disconnect him.
What you got, Aaron? What you got?
Warzone with the guy who had a whole bunch of roast beef on his face as Jigsaw. Worst fucking makeup
I've ever seen. It was a terrible movie. It was terrible, but it was fun.
Fuck out of here.
He blows up the parkour guy with a bazooka or a grenade launcher.
Yeah, that was a disgrace. I would have taken Dolph Lundgren's Punisher over that.
I actually like Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. There's some cool shit in there.
The Thomas Jane Punisher movie was pretty good. I'll say that.
That wasn't the worst. He wasn't a great Frank Castle to me, though. It was a good movie, not a good Frank Castle.
Well, I can see that. I don't
know, what was it?
It was a good
name. Battlefield Earth guy. Whoa, or not
John Travolta.
John Travolta, yeah.
Did you just give us Joey Lawrence?
I just gave you Joey Lawrence, yeah.
Whoa. Fucking Joey, you confused Joey Lawrence from Blossom or whatever it is.
No.
With Travolta?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, Battlefield Earth, Joey Lawrence, they're pretty much on the same level there. Come on, man.
What was in that root beer, bro?
Oh, man. Oh, shit, it's an adult root. No, it's not.
Joey Lawrence. The sad thing is I knew it, too.
It's because we're on the same wavelength, dude. Unfortunately we're somehow on this wavelength.
Don't group me in with your bullshit.
Oh, you're right there with me, brother.
But also, what I was going to say is, I'm pretty sure that they have kind of mentioned that they want to have the guy who was playing Daredevil come back and reprise his role in the.
He was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So I think that they're going to. They canceled all the stuff on Netflix. I think because they wanted to wait for the contracts to expire, and then you can move them over to Disney. So I think they're technically under contract still, but they can move them over after the contract expires.
From what I've heard, they haven't really said anything about Mike Coulter's Luke Cage yet, which I really liked the second.
Oh, he was awesome.
I need to watch the second
season of Luke Cage was phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and
great. You had great soundtracks. I mean, just real good New York hip hop and stuff. It was so good.
That Method Man
Luke Cage
was fantastic.
I like the second season much better than the first season, but
I'll have to watch that. I'll have to watch that.
But apparently they said they do want Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. They do want Barenthal back as Punisher, and they do want Kristen Ritter back as Jessica Jones.
They don't want
they haven't said anything about Iron Fist or Luke Cage.
Fuck Danny Rand.
Oh, come on, dude. Have you ever read, what was it, Brubaker and Matt Fraction's run on Iron Fist? It was so amazing. You got this like noir with 70s kung fu mixed in.
He was a little whiny bitch.
The second season of Iron Fist was better than the first.
Was there a second season?
Yeah. Oh, the second season was great. He he lost the power of the Iron Fist.
That was when they actually found the spoilers where they found the dragon and everything.
Well, they captured him and performed this ritual. They took
yes.
Yeah.
They rubbed some fucking Vicks vapor up on his chest.
I remember at the end of the season, they spoiler, I guess, they kind of hinted at like showing you the other powers of what the Iron Fist could do.
Right.
Was a gun or something?
Well, they end up giving the Colleen Wing became the new Iron Fist, but then Danny Rand went like back over to China, and like some dudes come out and like Danny Rand pulls out these two guns and like powers chi through the guns and starts shooting shit out of the air.
It was an homage to the Iron Fist before him.
Right.
Is what it was. Yeah.
So yeah, it was. You know, I thought it was cool. I was like, I want to see more now. And
I'm with you, Jamie.
You know,
Mr. Edge doesn't approve over here.
No, he was just so whiny. Colleen Wing made that show very like I could. I mean, you had Colleen Wing and Misty Knight and the Night Nurse. You had all these good, like they were great support characters. They made a lot of those shows tolerable.
What I was waiting for was I really wanted more Iron Fist and Luke Cage buddy hour. Like I wanted the team up. Like that's what I really wanted.
They have it in Luke Cage too.
Oh, do they?
Luke Cage season 2. They did.
I'm watching tonight. Yeah. I'm watching.
They do a fight scene and stuff in that. It's really good.
Okay. I'm watching it tonight then.
Yeah.
That's where you get your Luke Cage Iron Fist buddy up there, right there.
There we go.
Yeah. And not just through the Defenders, which was not that great.
Yeah.
Got Daredevil running around with a handkerchief on his head. He was COVID-19 before we knew COVID-19 was coming. Like me running around delivering meals and shit with a.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on. So, Aries, let's talk to us about this new thing you got going. You're doing like a HeroClix 30 for 30 type thing.
Oh, so recently, all right. So we're gonna I guess be serious here for a second on Shots Fired, which is very weird and off topic. But recently here in the Northeast, we did have we had a player who took his own life, and it hit the community pretty hard with a lot of players that I know that are up here who knew the player. Again, with respect out to his family, I'm not gonna go through in his business out there, but it made me realize, like, people, we take for granted, like, just, I guess, those small things in life. And that, yes, this is a game, and I get that it's just plastic figures, just a map, and, but for some people, it's more than a game. So it's a segment I'm doing. It's called HeroClix More Than a Gamer. And it's basically My first three interviews I have set up already. It's just a matter of getting the time to do them. It's going to be Pat Yapoko. It's going to be Jeremiah. Holy cow, Jeremiah. I mixed him and his brother's names together because I was in the same connected. So it's Jeremiah and Rob Peterson. Those two names, Jeremiah and Rob. And it's going to be Jay Major and Jalen Major. So I have the someone who basically kind of made a store and a whole brand off of HeroClix with Majestics. You have brothers who play the game and travel and do stuff, and you have a father and a son. So it's all three from different places geographically, and it's all three that have different ways the game has been there for them, with it being just more than a game. So I want to kind of put it out there so that I don't know, people can, we get into all these arguments on the internet about prices and what's meta and what's not meta, but people need to see, hey, it may only be a game, but this can be more than a game. So I've got those three lined up. Just a matter of trying to find some time to get it all recorded and thrown out there.
Aries, that's fantastic. One of my favorite things you ever did was when you had people write letters to you, and during a Christmas, I believe it was, where just like great uplifting stories about people in the Clix community, and like if times they've had. Like it was one of my favorite things I've ever heard of you do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And speaking of kind of going off on that, Aries, you also have you and Aaron Morgan are putting together a charity event coming up.
I think we're shooting, don't quote me, but I think we're shooting for the weekend of July 18th, right around there. We are doing a Roll20 charity event. It's going to be 300 future, I guess, modern is what you can call it. But by then, the rotation will have already happened. Yeah. So it'll just be 300 modern, but it's going to be 300 modern after rotation. Kind of everyone has really jumped onto that format right now. Everyone's enjoying playing that whole post ID card world. So we're going to do that. 100% of the proceeds go to mental health awareness and suicide prevention. We do have a charity here in Connecticut that we are donating the money to. My wife and I are going to drive out there and actually give them the money. She works for the VNA services here in southeastern Connecticut, which is the visiting nurses aides. And they have a couple of connections with a couple of these charities for the homeless and for suicide and post-traumatic stress and things like that. So 100% of the proceeds are going to that. We do have some stuff being donated. Jeremiah Peterson is donating another tray. He did for Christmas last year, and he's donating for this as well. Critical Hit Customs is going to be donating tokens. Majestics, we have a kit coming in. The kit is going to be a pair of dice and 2 action tokens for 20 players. That's 40 dice, 40 action tokens. It's going to be 20 deck boxes. It's going to be the brand new Agents Lobby map that they put out. It's going to be the old school Majestics Flashpoint Flooded map. It's going to be the Tron Legacy map. It's going to be the the Hoth map, or the Frozen, whatever they call it, map. It's the Hoth map. And then the Indiana Jones map of the Ancient Idol maps. So we have 5 neoprene maps coming from Majestics. And I do believe Aaron is talking with Howard Brock as well about getting some stuff from Rock to throw in this as well. So, I mean, you're looking right now at prizes for potentially the top 16. Everyone's going to walk away with something. So, but again, it's going to be a good cause. It's going to be pod format like people have been doing recently. Everyone's going to get paired up in pods of 4, and the top 2s will get kicked into single elimination, just so everyone can get their money's worth and get some playing in and have some fun, and it goes to a good cause. So,
right. Yeah, that's awesome. That's kind of near and dear to my heart. I do a charity event every year in honor of my cousin, Michael McLemore, who was a local HeroClix player here who died from leukemia. And I do, we have this big event usually around every September, and, everybody comes out, and, we get 20, 30 people playing HeroClix, and basically we took the idea from the whole probs for swabs thing that the guys up there used to do, where you can re-roll any roll for $1. We do that, but we're talking any roll. You want to re-roll the roll for mat placement, pay $1. You can re-roll it. You know,
we do that.
Make somebody re-roll an impervious roll. Well, there's $1. Re-roll it. The only thing we've learned over the years, you know, it can get a little ridiculous because some people would bring like $400 or $500, and those people would just be like, you know, making it rain. They're like, nope. We're gonna make you die and be out of this game. Yeah, so we finally put it so the only things that can't be re-rolled are crit hits and crit misses. So, you know, just to kind of eventually, because $40 in, somebody finally rolls a crit hit or a crit miss, and it's just like, okay, that's a crit hit. You know, let's put an end to the re-rolls now.
We do a children's charity every Christmas. We do the same thing, except like you don't even have to re-roll something in your game. You can re-roll like, oh, that table over there.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Can re-roll that too.
Exactly. I mean, we even allow people that aren't even playing that are just like
I'll usually bring
girlfriends
about 200. There's another guy will bring more than me, and it usually comes down to me and him at the end of the night. And like people are just like, all right, how much is it going to take for this to hit? And we'll drop like $50-$60 on one fucking roll. It's insane. Yeah. It gets so stupid.
But at the end of it all, we take the money, and this is what his parents wanted us to do. We take the money, we donate it to the church that Michael went to, specifically to their food pantry, which, you know, the food pantry donates food to local needy families and everything. Because Michael, the church that he was in, he was actually kind of oversaw the food pantry before he passed away. So we donate all the money to the food pantry at his church. And last year we raised like $1,250.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, it was excellent. I mean, and every year, I mean, I don't think we've ever raised less than 800. So, you know, it's it goes to a good cause. We have a lot of fun. Everybody, the cost to enter the event is just one 5-figure booster. If that's all you want to bring, that's fine. But people are welcome to bring and donate other prizes just to help draw in more people to come play and donate money. And then usually, you know, I would even pay out of pocket. Like I had like Chick-fil-A cater the event last year, and we had like 80 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and about 4 hours in, like literally they were all gone. I'm like, Jesus, there's only 20 of us here. 80 Chick-fil-A sandwiches are gone. Jesus Christ. Okay.
God damn, DJ, how many sandwiches
look at the average size of a HeroClix player. I mean, come on, we can eat.
Look at the size of Team Juggernaut. We are not little dudes. So
look at the size of the 3 men on this show right now.
Well, yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, no kidding. But anyway, like I said, you know, charity events, I think they're awesome, man. They're usually a lot of fun. And, you know, like I said, I'm always up for something that's going to a good cause. You know, Michael was a very big member of our community, and, you know, just like everything else, you know, but anyway, so let's kind of get back
real quick. I got to shout. Also, thank you to Corey Franklin from the Eagles. He's going to be helping out with some of the art for the event for the Roll20 rooms. So I almost forgot about that. So shout out to Corey for donating his time to help me put together some of these Roll20 rooms, because I am very ignorant when it comes to Roll20. So.
All right. So now we've got a new segment on the show. Actually, before we get to the new segment, we got a couple of Facebook questions. Let's get to those real quick.
Dustin Cedars wants to know.
Dustin Cedars wants to know. No. All right. So most people in the podcast community know who Malcolm Rush is. Malcolm Rush is a guy that lives in Tokyo. He pretty much, I think, messages every single podcast and asks questions. So I'm finally going to get to a couple of his questions. We're not going to go over all of them, the whole backlog, but he said he wants to know, these are questions he has about older figures. So we'll kind of go around the thing here. He's like, number one, which HeroClix figures dials can still hold up in today's modern game?
Oof.
I've got one. I'll say Vet Havoc from Mutant Mayhem.
Great choice.
I love 40, that figure.
Was he like 40 points, 4 damage, 8 range?
Points, 44 points.
44.
He's got a blank movement, but it's like 8 movement maybe. 11 attack energy explosion, 16 ESD, 4 damage leadership, 8 range.
That was a staple. That was a staple of my playing for a while.
Team ability, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That dude, Vet Havoc, I would say pre-carded, that dude for me still holds up. You know, granted he drops off pretty quick, but you know that top dial, people see that dude and they're like, "Wow, really? That dude, that old figure for that few points is."
Oh yeah, no, he was beast mode.
Yeah.
My go-to that I want to say, I know I'm completely wrong, and he even needs a lot of help these days, and his points are just kind of out of whack. Vet Doom clobbering time.
He was
like a staple of mine. But actually, you know who I would choose? There's ways to make him better. Once again, points are a huge issue. Vet Ultron from Infinity Challenge. He's got like a 14 attack,
3 damage,
10 range, 3 bolts, energy explosion.
12 range, 3 bolts.
Is it 12?
12.
That was only 10.
Yeah. No, he's 12.
Don't make me look this up, Jamie.
Oh, look it up, brother.
Oh, I'm looking it up. I'm gonna prove your bitch ass wrong.
I remember this fig.
Which one is that?
Vet Ultron.
Ultron from the very first set. Vet. 10 range, 3 bolts, 12 movement.
I could have swore it was a 12 range.
Nah, he's got 12 movement. But I mean, there's ways to give him some running shot or make that energy explosion penetrating now. He's super easy to heal up, long dial. That's who I'm going to go with. I mean, he's outwittable. I mean, once you hit him, he's garbage. But I mean, those stats on the top click are just fantastic. I'm going to go with him.
Well, I mean, I have to. I'm going with Legacy Ares.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, point-wise, he's 275. He's a Mystics. He starts off with an 8 range. Top dial, he's a 12 with phasing, 14 with super strength, 19 with impervious, 5 without wit.
I remember that thing whooping my ass quite a few times.
Let me tell you something I used to do with that dude. We would play like close combat only tournaments where you can only make close attacks.
Those are my favorite.
So there was an old feat card called Dive Bomb.
Yep, absolutely.
I remember that one.
Right. So Dive Bomb says a lot of you don't remember this, but in the old HeroClix bases, they had the ability to go into soaring. Okay. So you put Ares into soaring mode. Well, soaring figures can't be attacked except with range attacks, and you have to half your range in order to attack them. Now, if you had leap climb, you could still attack them, but that was about the only way. So I would put Dive Bomb on Ares. Now, here's the thing: if you use Dive Bomb says you can still make close attacks against adjacent characters while soaring, but you get -2 to your attack. So in a close combat only event, put Dive Bomb on Ares, put him in soaring. He's still a 12 attack, 5 damage, and they can't hit him. It was dirty, it was ugly, and I think
bad man, Jay.
I think we ended up banning Dive Bomb. Well, actually, but I think I only got to play it one time before they pretty much did away with soaring completely, and they're like, soaring is no longer a thing, and I'm like, oh, Dive Bomb is.
Soaring hasn't been a thing since Michael Love learned to read.
Michael Love was probably still just twitching his dad's pants when that was, a thing.
But, no, as he likes to say, like HeroClix is like a month older than he is.
That's sad. It makes me feel old.
Yeah, you are old.
You feel old. Fuck y'all.
So am I. So.
I'm the oldest. I'm the youngest one on the damn panel right now. Shit.
Oh, don't tell me you're younger than me.
How old are you?
35. I'll be 35 this year.
Oh, I'm 36. All right.
Oh, okay, good.
42, fuckers.
Yeah.
You don't look gray over
that gray beard.
Yeah,
son bitch.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yes.
So we got a gray bush too, old man.
Wow.
Actually, that's still pretty much all black. Although my chest hair is getting pretty gray, but
All right, Malcolm Rush. Second question.
Yeah, that's right. So Malcolm Rush. Second question. Which HeroClix that need a big update?
Ares.
We're getting one. It's going to be a con exclusive this year.
It is. Which we'll probably see in the store.
Well, I mean, there's still some things I think that need to be made, like fucking Vengeance.
What was I talking about earlier? Lilith
and
all her children.
We don't have Vengeance.
Vengeance!
Oh, Vengeance! Run back in the 90s. Not even just
Penance.
Dude, I still remember the whole Knights of Vengeance series where Venom and Vengeance teamed up to fight these alien motherfuckers. And,
dude, I'll have to check that one out.
Dude, it was badass. It was like a 4-part series, but Venom and Vengeance teamed up and fought these alien dudes, and it was good. It's called Knights.
I got one that can use an update. I'm gonna keep it 90s. I'm gonna keep it 90s here. Darkhawk. We haven't had one since was it a Galactic Guardians or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians, yep.
I love Darkhawk. Fun 90s character I grew up with. I'd like to see a new one of him.
Yeah. Okay. You are Aries. You said Aries. So yeah.
I mean, we got the DC 75 one, but that one was trashed. That one was not good. The sculpt was really wonky looking. The dial didn't really. It just didn't translate well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, number 3 is basically we already answered. Number 4, it says best, worst, and favorite HeroClix that have been retired.
One more time. Sorry, I had to let my dog in.
Best, worst, and favorite HeroClix that have been retired. I mean, worst is kind of way too broad because there were a lot of shitty clicks that have been retired.
All of the chases from Joker's Wild.
Except Bizarro.
Bizarro was the only one that saw some play. All the rest you could literally just fucking throw them in the trash.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
I got like three of the Jokers. No, not even the Jokers. No, who did I get in that set? I think it was the Joker. Yeah, I got him.
He wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But still, it was just wonky.
Yeah. My favorite that's been retired has got to be the Ghost Rider from Amazing Spider-Man.
Never had that one. Favorite piece that's been retired?
Yeah.
Vet Doom, Clobbering Time.
I'll go with a different one. I'll go with the old school unique Owlman.
Oh yeah.
I liked him. Oh yeah. Give me the little macho man. Yeah. Get some little
coffee in the big time. Yeah.
Gives me a little tingle in my prick. Yeah. Fucking Owlman makes me feel like
means nothing, man. Yeah.
Listen here, the Tower of Power's too sweet to be sour. Funky like a monkey.
But yeah, that one was good. I enjoyed the CSA team ability, which is now also retired as well. It was a good one. I played with Flash.
I actually really enjoyed Power Woman from Trinity. I think it was Power Woman from Trinity War, or not Power Woman, Superwoman. That's her name, Superwoman.
Yeah,
the
Superwoman.
CSA one.
Just to give a big fuck you to Jeff Farrow, I want to say Johnny Quick from Trinity War because fuck Jeff Farrow. Hey Jeff Farrow, how you like Johnny Quick from Trinity War?
I fucking hated that piece. It was garbage.
Oh no. I think it was the one from was it the Fast Forces one?
Was that one better?
Yeah. Like I literally wrecked Jeff Farrow's whole team one night with just that figure. That's
not saying a lot. Jeff Farrow.
Nasty. Yeah, fuck Jeff Farrow.
I mean, it's not like
literally Jeff Farrow holds deep hatred for a few figures, and that Johnny Quick is one of them. So yeah. All right. Moving on. Best, worst, and favorite HeroClix sculptures. So I will say this: my favorite HeroClix sculpt is and I'm not a DC fan at all, but still has to be the original KC Superman from Unleashed. I still to this day love that sculpt. I mean, it's still one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
The worst sculpt, look him up right now. I want to say it's DC 75 Superman.
Oh, look at my dick. Look at my dick.
No.
Superman?
He's got his arms straight at his sides. Yeah. He just looks like fucking someone kicked his dog. And the paint job was always bad, so he was fucking cross-eyed as shit. all the time. And then the chase was just the same thing, just dipped in white. And we're like, here you go, the same derpy ass fucking Superman for you. Stop Superman's what I call him. He was just standing there waiting for the bus.
But I'll have to honestly say one of my least favorite sculpts was the Thing from the M10 set. The rare version, the one in the trench coat and the hat with the Yancey Street sign behind him.
That wasn't bad.
Okay.
No, but it's every
always
one that I own. Like, I think I've got 3 of that dude, and every one, that dude looks like he's got renal failure or something. I mean, his eyes are like spread way too far apart or something. I'm like, dude, that dude is on dialysis, man. What the fuck?
I got a good best one. I don't know the set. Don't know the rarity or anything. It's the Daredevil where he's on the cross.
That was the Collateral Damage?
Was that one? Not
Sinister.
Sure. Sinister sounds about right. Yeah, the Daredevil where he's on the cross.
The experience was him on it was the yellow suit.
Yeah. And if you're gonna trash talk the Thing, I'm gonna give a good thing with the hot dog cart. That's a great one.
I like that one. I honestly like the sculpt off the new Thing from the FF starter, the new Cosmic Flash starter.
Not bad, yeah.
Superman sculpt from the DC 10, where he's coming out, or he's going into like the phone booth, was really good too. That was real nice.
Yes, that was very good. I enjoyed that one as well.
It's kind of a middle ground sculpt, kind of good, kind of bad. I think it's one of the very few, and it was the first one, if not the only one, that's ever been somewhat posable. The Bat Knight. Original one. The original one
from Unleashed.
Oh, Unleashed. The weird moving arms that go
all you can do is this. Yes.
Another one of my favorite sculpts, definitely top 3, Ghost Rider from Fantastic Forces. The Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
That was a good one.
Amazing. He was doing a wheelie. It was on a peanut base.
I think I've got one in my
that
bedroom.
Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider sculpt was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Good piece too. Good piece.
For the time. Yeah, nowadays.
Well, back then there was transporters, so they had like that built-in hypersonic. So
it
wasn't bad. Hawkeye was good too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the Hawkeye. I think I had the Black Knight as well. Had one of those.
Yep. Who was on the Pegasus? Someone had a Pegasus.
That was Valkyrie. No, not Valkyrie. It was Moonstone.
Yes, Moonstone.
Moonstone.
Valkyrie had a Pegasus in the Hammer of Thor set.
Yes. Yeah.
And in ADW.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Danny Moonstone.
And Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. Next Malcolm Rush question. Which retired HeroClix should go in the Hall of Fame? I mean, that's basically the entire Lamp team. Lockjaw. Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely. Armor
you could throw.
I mean, that would be my first. That would be my first. Induction. I'd be like the whole Lamp team.
I mean, but then you got to go with like some of the ones that won. You have to go with like the Ben Crawler. You have to go with like George Massow's Black Adam.
Ben Crawler was
Kingdom Come Flash was the one that won a lot as well back then.
Yeah.
Icon Superman, Ultimate Thor, Jane Foster.
Oh, Ultimate Thor. Oh, still one of my favorite figs in the game. Love that fig.
Yep.
And still kind of holds up too.
He has some soft values, but he's cheap enough to where you could actually put some shit on him and he can have some lasting power.
Right. Is it like 186?
Easy to heal back up because he gets like a 15 defense towards the end of his dive.
Same thing I was saying about that Ultron.
So you play something like
that. Had a 10
Nightmare
range. He had Ultimate's team ability, so he could see through stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get like a 12 or 13 top dial with a 5 damage, 10 range.
Remember? Sorry, this got me thinking. You guys remember Lobster Johnson?
Oh yeah, I love Lobster Johnson.
You always teamed him up with an ultimate so you could see through an outwit stealth. Oh.
Well, see, my favorite thing to do back then was to play Rookie Black Panther from Infinity Challenge.
Oh yeah.
Well, not Infinity Challenge, excuse me, Universe, because
it was the Infinity.
It was reprinted in Universe.
Yeah.
You play Rookie Black Panther, play Thunderbolt's ATA on him, because back then Thunderbolts ATH could be played on anyone with Avengers team ability.
Yeah,
and Thunderbolts in 2 Ultimates or Superman team ability, because back then Thunderbolts could copy a DC team ability. So you Thunderbolts him to Ultimate Superman, and then that was only 33 points.
Yep.
Altogether, because Black Panther was 28, 5 points for the Thunderbolts. There you go. So
this is old school clicks with Aries, Jamie, and Matt.
Absolutely,
it, man. Old heads right here.
Hey, I played back then, So.
Been playing this.
You'd have that one little case. You'd have that one little case where it would have like a few paramedics. You'd have a Destiny in there, a Jean Grey.
Yes.
You'd have a couple of con artists.
I was just explaining the hooker bomb to somebody recently.
Sex workers.
And unique Ultimates Magneto. He was key back then too.
Yep.
God, that thing was a beast. That was the House of M one. No. Was it the House of M one?
No. It was just the Ultimate Magneto.
It was the one where he's standing with like his arms up.
Yeah, he was going.
Yeah, like he was nasty.
And his cape was all flowing out.
Throne, like a pimp, just hanging out.
All right. So moving on, Aries posted for questions, but we only had one. Jordan Gardner, also Team Juggernaut, wants to know, number one, Aries, why don't you own a dishwasher?
Because I do the dishes. My wife wants a very specific dishwasher because we have a little tiny cabinet next to the sink. So what it's called like a college or an apartment dishwasher. So it's a very small dishwasher that you can fit into like that cabinet. She doesn't want to tear up the whole section of it, and just shit going on. I ain't got a dishwasher, so I got soap and I got hands, so we're gonna keep doing some dishes. Well, you guys really want me to stop doing these fucking dish talk videos, huh?
I enjoy the dish videos. All right.
I always assumed it was like a very zen moment
and I get a notification that Aries Edge is live on HIE. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna watch his video.
I do them in the morning too on the weekends. It's like people are like, what the fuck you got going on at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday?
Listen here. Up. You need to stop driving and doing these damn videos, though. All right.
I haven't done one of those.
You gotta get in an accident. Yeah, I'm getting on your ass about that.
All right, Kenny.
Okay. So Jordan also wants to know, do you think Silver Surfer from the Cosmic Clash starter will see some competitive play, either as a one-man army or in just a typical build? I guess.
Yeah.
Lower dials.
You're gonna see some people playing it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
How good it'll do, I don't know. That's up for debate.
Right. Right now, I think he's kind of debatable because Black Widow is a thing.
Widow is too much of a threat right now.
Yeah, but we'll see what's about to come out. I think he'll get better once the Fantastic Four set comes out. So
yeah. As it stands right now, Widow is just too strong, and she kills a lot of diversity in teams.
Here's a question, though. Yeah. Do you think that Widow deserves to be taken a look at on the watch list?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
She's
just
never been
how
powerful in the comic.
She is.
Huh?
Just because of how oppressive she is.
It's insanely oppressive. It's like, okay, so you have different pieces that were, okay, so I'm trying to remember. I just had this conversation the other day. Unimind was oppressively offense. Like he was put on there because he was too offensive, right? He had just that power. And then you had Faust. Faust was oppressive in like more of a, I'm just going to shut you down. This piece, this Widow piece, is kind of a combination of both. It's offensively oppressive and defense, and just like can mess up, restrict your entire team in what everything it can do. I'm not saying it as well thought out as I should, but it's just too oppressive in multiple ways. It's got too many options for one piece. 100 points, like the point value is way off from what it should be, and it's gonna wreck some things for a while until we have a direct counter or till it gets either not banned, but errated or something.
Now, is her ability to shut off powers basically, I guess in layman's terms, is it a trait or is it one of her special powers?
That's her trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to look at you. You cannot use anything that's not printed on your dial right now. That includes Indom even. Like you can't use the willpower that you're granted from Indom or anything
from objects or choosing pick a power, stuff like that. It's in
so onslaught is completely shut down.
So is Amazo. Amazo, great figure.
Amazo.
That whole it's a blank dial. It's a vanilla dial.
Yeah.
You go up against.
And then also you pair it up with I've seen multiple builds with it. I still think the worst is the one my teammate Lewis built with the shifting focus ones, which adds an even higher level of oppression on your team, where you have you can't retaliate. Oh, you can't use improved targeting no matter what. You can't do this. You can't do that. There's just an answer for so many different things with it. And it is brutal. It's absolutely brutal to play.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, I don't think we've seen any actual play. Did everyone freeze?
No, we were waiting on you to talk. Jamie might be frozen.
I was going to say, Jamie, did he fall asleep?
He might have. He might be. Well, we're going to say yes in a minute. We're going to hear that. But I mean, God, what was it? I mean, we've been seeing a lot of online play with her.
And if we go by what usually.
Yeah. Now, whatever the distribution is going to be once everyone actually gets their hands fully on the set, it might not be as big a threat just because of the rarity of it.
Maybe.
But I still think it needs to be taken a look at. Yeah, he's totally frozen.
Yep. I think this is about to.
Okay, we're back. So my power went out, and we had to reconvene at the next night. This is Thursday night now, so cut out, I think, in the middle of Jordan's question. We were asking Aries on the Dishing Up Clicks page. So we already asked Aries why he didn't own a dishwasher. And so Jordan also wants to know, do you think Silver Surfer from the Cosmic Clash starter will see some competitive play, either as a one-man army or in a typical build?
I think we were talking about it, and I think, I think somebody will try him out. We have to see, still what's going to come out in the Fantastic Four set.
Mm-hmm.
Still, we are halfway through the year almost, but there's still a shitload of HeroClix still to come out.
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, we still got WWE round 2.
Yeah. I forgot about
Ricky
those.
the Steamboat Dragon.
Yeah, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That's the main one I'm worried about. And I think we're getting a Connelly Sting, and which I think Aaron Morgan may have accidentally spoiled on our podcast.
They did show the Sting. They did show it.
They did show us the Sting, but Aaron actually said it on our podcast that it was going to be a con exclusive, and no one's actually, come out and said that yet. But he's like, "Oops, oh well."
Well, we know we were getting the John Cena too.
The Invisible John Cena, you can't see,
which is genius.
It's freaking amazing. I loved it.
Very nicely done on that one.
It's probably going to be the exact same sculpt as the one we have already, just clear.
Whatever.
Oh yeah,
save that money.
We're getting another. I know we're getting another Shawn Michaels too.
Yes, we are. Awesome. Which will be a main set one.
Yes.
Yeah, because we got the starter set one for the last one.
Right. Which we may get another Mick Foley. Mankind. I don't know.
I'd be surprised if we don't get more.
I think we saw the whole set list, but I don't remember. I know Hulk Hogan and Ricky Steamboat was really the main one I cared about. I'm like, that dude's one of my favorite wrestlers of all times.
We need to get Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors.
Oh yeah,
that's what we need.
Legion of Doom, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Not gonna happen. Jake the Snake being on AEW, so that's not gonna happen.
I know.
Isn't alcohol problems with Hawk, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
there's a lot of. But again, if you look back in time, almost every wrestler has demons.
Oh yeah.
But
you know who else? You know who we're failing to mention? Who we're getting is Bret the Hitman Hart.
Ooh.
We are getting Bret Hart.
I have a Goldberg dent in my forehead heart. That poor bastard got his fucking dome kicked off.
Oh yeah.
Oh Jesus. I was gonna make a really shitty joke, and I'm glad I caught myself. Hart brothers taking heart.
Oh.
That's the mild version.
Yeah.
I just watched Dark Side of the Ring with his.
I need to get on that.
I watched the Dark Side of the Ring Road Warriors one the other day. It was really good.
That was good with Paul Ellering, man. He's a
Paul
G.
Ellering. Yeah.
Is it cool to like just kind of pick and choose where you want to watch, or is it good?
Yeah, you can. You can absolutely just pick and choose which ones you want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Road Warriors was really good, and I watched every bit of season 1. I really love the Von Erichs because
it's all on YouTube, right?
Fan of the Von Erichs.
Yeah, you can find it all on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube. That's where I watched it. All right. So we're gonna go back to questions again from the Shots Fired page. Vincent Blankenship, motherfucking Vince, says, Aries, thanks for being the coolest guy to work with when buying hero clicks.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. He also said, for someone that doesn't watch hockey, give me a reason why I should give it a shot. Because
it's the only sport that's out there that you can get a penalty for fighting and still come back. I mean, what are we talking about? It's fucking...
It's the best sport there is.
It's not... All right, so some of the rules are convoluted, and they don't... I mean, if you go on YouTube and just look at basically like the basics for penalties and rules, it's not very hard to figure out and pick up. It's fast-paced. It hits just as hard as the NFL, but you actually have to have hand-eye coordination of like baseball as well, and you're doing it on fucking ice, and you fight.
And the better thing is it's completely nonstop. It's not like football or baseball where it's just slow and okay, we're gonna do something, then we're gonna reset. No, it is go, go, go.
It's very fast-paced.
Fantastic. I'm a diehard San Jose Sharks fan. I grew up going to the games. Fuck you, Aries. I don't even get. Are you like some Boston? No, you like the fucking Flyers, don't you?
The Flyers, man. Fucking let's go.
Flyers.
Let's go. Broad Street bullies, bitch. Let's do it.
All right.
Thornton, fucking douche, man.
Oh, fuck you. He's a bearded wonder, sir.
He's a big looking douchey bag motherfucker.
Johnny Alpha wants to know. Fuck you, Johnny Alpha. Wants to know what is the most listened to episode of Shots Fired and who is the guest?
I think I actually checked too. I think the most listened to Shots Fired episode was like one of the fucking like it was a recap episode. It wasn't even an episode where there was a guest on. It was like a recap of a tournament. It was like 200 and some odd views. The Asshole Hall of Fame was like 174 views.
I figured that one would be the highest one.
I was gonna say
no, you know who?
A shit show. Ooh.
Who else had? I think Lane's was like 193 views when
that was the one coming right off the some hot stuff that was going on.
That was after the PJ.
Lane, I think, had gotten banned from a venue in Louisiana or something.
Yeah.
It was that, and then there was some other stuff about a teammate being at one of PJ's tournaments and calling someone a bitch on a sheet, and then that just snowballed, and it was a fucking shit show.
Yeah. All right. I guess this question is for me. Scott Johnson's wanting to know, have you had another pineapple peanut butter hamburger since last year? And if not, why? I just hadn't really had the opportunity. It was actually pretty tasty, but,
gross.
Maybe I'll do it soon.
I almost forced my roommate to eat one of those the other day. I was grilling up some pineapple, and I was grilling up burgers for him as well. I'm like, maybe I should make him try this. He'll eat anything. But I decided to save the poor lad and just gave him a regular burger instead.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
All right. So Scott Johnson also says some Rock States events are happening in June. Do you think players have already been prepping for post-rotation and the ID cards and figures that were to be retired on July 1st will get their last days in the sun before they head out to pasture, or will it be the new age bringing home in the States?
I mean, we've already seen a lot of the tournaments online. A lot of the online tournaments are post-rotation. So people are already playing, and we're already seeing stuff. I think because the tournaments have all been that way, I think that you'll see a lot of people going back and playing ID cards and getting those last days in the sun before they rotate. Might as well get my money's worth on these ID cards and stuff before
I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead.
Playing, man. I'm enjoying the post rotation stuff a lot more. I mean, yeah, that's my thing on it. Like the ID cards are great.
I'm gonna say we're gonna see more new stuff, just because I think too many people have already sold off all their stuff that's about to rotate. So
that's true too.
So I think we're gonna.
Me, I still have everything.
I think you're gonna see more of the new stuff than you will the older stuff. So people were trying to get the maximum amount of money out of it while they could, so they sold off all their ID cards and super rare Wolverines and whatnot. So yeah,
well, unless you're Emily,
you might still see a few Beasts, just because Beast is still legal and whatnot, and the Beast ID card, maybe it's cheap, easy to come by. All right, and Tyler Spees also wants to know, why don't we see more Prime Batman in the recent tournaments? He said, is it a chilling effect like Vulture, where people don't want to play something like that seems too broken, or is he just too easy to build around?
I think he's good. He's just not good enough, and he's squishy. So once you hit him, he's done. And then most of the teams I've been seeing build around him are pretty squishy themselves. So they kind of just, once you get up in their face, they kind of fall to pieces. So I don't know. I think it's not living up to its hype.
I kind of have a whole different take on it. With a lot of these online tournaments, you don't have to own this shit to play with it. So I think a lot of people are just going out there looking and saying, okay, what do I want to build even if I don't have the figures? And I think people are playing stuff to see how it plays and then being like, okay, I don't want to go get this figure. I do want to go get this figure. I think Batman is already one of those figures that people are like, yeah, I want it. I need it. It's going to see play. So I think a lot of people are going out of their way to play some of these other figures like the Black Widow chase and things like that and being like, okay, is it as good as it, everyone says it is? Do I want to go and try and, run through 8 targets to find a gravity feed, or maybe, go to my local gaming store and hope they have a gravity feed? Because like I said, a lot of these tournaments, usually you have to have the figures to play them. In a lot of these tournaments, you don't have to now. So I think people are just saying, fuck it, I'm going to play whatever because I have the opportunity to play it even if I don't own it.
Right. All right. Well, that is actually it for all the questions. So we're going to go ahead and move on into our next segment, which is called Surprise Bitch or Lottie Damn Da. This is where we choose a fig where we either think you can choose a Surprise Bitch, which is a fig we think is not seeing meta play that we think might surprise some folks, or a Lottie Damn Da, something that's, people are all hyped up about that, we don't think is really all that good. I've got one. I'll go first. I have a surprise bitch. Cadmus Lab Scientist. From the new set. Really like this fig. For 15 points, hey, I'm going to give any fig Battle Fury. There you go, Vulture. You got some new support. So, yeah, plus sidestep poison. I mean, in a pinch, it can get in there, maybe deal a little bit of damage, But most of the time, it's just going to hang back, and it's going to be 15 points of give someone Battle Fury. What was the other fig that did that? Major
Colonel Poison.
Colonel Poison. Yeah, and Colonel Poison was 40 points. Now, granted, Colonel Poison did a few other things too, but for 15 points, you can give any fig Battle Fury, and I think that's pretty good. So, once again, we still haven't seen, there's a lot of other stuff still to come out. So, there may, that can combo even with this even better. We don't know what other figs are going to come out. I know since Hulk is gone now, the 50-point Hulk, from the Hammer of Thor gravity feed, it used needed Battle Fury, but Vulture now I think is the big one. But yeah, that's my surprise bitch. Cadmus Lab Scientist. I like this fig. I think it can and probably will see some meta play. I think it might surprise some folks.
There's you got one?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Again, this one's gonna be, I guess, I don't know. You go either way, but I'm gonna have a Lottie Damn Da of fucking Ultron chase. Like everyone was so fucking hyped about this, and it was like, oh, fucking 14 attack. This thing's gonna be great. I haven't seen him played in anything. Like I get it, his stats are good and everything like that, but point value wise, to sink into a team, it's just he was one that came out and was super hyped, and everyone was like, he's gonna be so meta and this and that. I don't think I've seen one fielded in any of these online tournaments.
I've seen a few on low dial, but that's about it. Like, but he's been kind of for all the hype that he had, he definitely got kind of lackluster there, I guess.
Yeah, he's an overhyped like second or third attacker.
Yeah,
like no one's building him as a centerpiece. I know I heard some people talk about playing him with Bastion, so you can mind control him and get an attack out of him, and then he can attack. But then you're overspending for just that one little gimmick to be able to try and get a couple attacks out of him. I mean, I just super hyped. Everyone was like, "Oh, look at the dial," and he hasn't shown up yet. So, will he? Maybe, but right now, not living up to the hype that he was at.
Okay. Yeah. I got a surprise, bitch. I'm still not 100% on him, but I think there's a lot of potential with him. I believe is number 35, the rare Superman from the JLU set. 3 stop clicks. He just ramps up into a just like, oh crap, did I just hit that? Now he's gonna hit me for 5 damage with a 13 attack. He is pretty brutal. Like even top dial, he can charge for 6. He's got 12 movement, so he's charging for 6. He's got an 11 attack right off the bat, and a quake that automatically, if you target more than one person, deals 4 damage. So that right there can mess up a team pretty hard. Or he's got traded super strength. He can't be outwitted. So you come up there with a heavy, I'm going to smash you for 6 right off the bat. Most figs don't like that. He's got those 3 stop clicks that are pretty annoying to get through, and he heals right back up. What was that?
He can heal on him too if he clears.
When he clears 2 action tokens, he heals. I tried running him in one of the last tournaments, and ended up going against a Widow first round in Swiss or single elimination, and unfortunately, guy hit all of his rollouts. Nothing I could do about it. I mean, but I've play tested against the Widow team, and I think it stands a good chance against it. And as long as they just don't hit all their damn rollouts, you know. But I think he's got some potential, and people should look at him.
Absolutely. All right, so with that done, we actually have a new segment that we're going to try out tonight and see how it goes. This segment is called Your Fig Sucks, Mine's Better. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to pick just a character in general, and just any comic book character and everything. And then we'll each kind of go through and say what is our favorite clixed version of said character. And we're going to kind of start out with a kind of a pretty broad one tonight that there could be a lot of choices on. So we're going to say the Hulk.
Okay.
So the Hulk. So I'll go ahead and start. I'll say my favorite version of the Hulk is the Avengers Defenders War Chase Hulk. The World Breaker Hulk, you know. I love that fig. I think it's a very good representation. I like the fact that he kind of ramps up, you know, the fact that he can stack tokens or stack, you know, basically, or he gets +1 stack, you know, stacks to all his combat values anytime he takes damage, and those stacks stay until you clear tokens, and he can use colossal stamina. Man, I just love that fig. He's so much fun to play. And at 200 points, you know, he's not super overcosted. So, I mean, yeah, he is for competitive play. But I've actually seen one of our local guys, Justin Robinson, actually piloted him to a top 8 event at a WKO. Was it a WKO or was it? No, it was a rock like Super Q or whatever, regional, something like that. Anyway, Justin Robinson took him to a top 8, you know, one time, just him, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I got to go with the ADW Chase Hulk. That's my favorite one.
Yep. I'm looking at him right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
All right. I know which one's my favorite. I'm going to go with Avengers Assembled Chase Hulk. which is one of my favorite Hulk storylines.
The end.
Hulk the End, where he's the last living thing on the planet Earth. Well,
except for the cockroaches.
Except for those giant cockroaches that eat him alive every day. And you see that in the battle scars and like torn flesh on his on the sculpt. It's a fantastic sculpt. It looks great. It's just a beat stick of a Hulk. Like, yeah, the points are crazy, but I mean, if you're looking for a fun Hulk to play, he's up there. He's definitely up there. I'll give an honorable mention though to the what is it? I think it's Explosion, where he's it's the Pink Bunny Slippers Hulk from back in the Pantheon days.
All right, well, both of your guys sucks. I'm going old school. I'm going super old school because I like to flip flop them. I'm going Supernova 223 Hulk, which is the OG.
Is that the
OG zombie Hulk?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't have that one.
I love that. I still have mine to this day.
That was the first chase that I had pulled. It was one of like the first chases that they had out, and he came with a Horror Clix card. I actually still have the old school Horror Clix maps where it has like little blood spots on there. Now the blood spots on the map too, on the cards. If you were like occupying a square that had a blood square, like you got certain things from it. So these ones could be flip-flop between Horror Clix and Hero Clix.
Yeah.
Because they came with the Horror Clix cards. Right. I mean, granted, he's not burning anything down. It's 100 points. I mean, he starts with Leap Climb with super strength and an 18 with invulnerability and
Ooh, those 9 attacks are looking pretty good.
Oh no, he's not good at all. He gets like 11 in the middle. He's got Steel Energy. Again, it's his old school Hero Clix.
Oh yeah.
But just the fact that it was like one of the first ones. The sculpt is actually still cool and still holds up. I would have liked the sculpt to have had like him like eating Silver Surfer's head.
Yes.
As a comic.
He jumped on
the original Marvel zombies was so good.
Yep. And he's what you say like Metal Man tastes bad or something like that. And then everyone else peels open like and eats, and they eat a Galactus. It's a crazy comic book. If you haven't read it, read it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go old school. I almost picked 2099 Hulk.
I used to love that fig.
I was actually just talking about 2099 Hulk earlier today with some Exiles.
12 attack, 19 defense, 4 damage. Yeah.
And he was giant too. So with the new rules, he would get all those benefits as well. Plus, the sculpt is just really cool with the big mohawk,
amazing,
long tongue.
Yeah, the sculpt was amazing.
Bring back 2099 Clix. Let's get now that we have Doom back, let's get the Doom. Let's get the Punisher. Let's get
I finally just picked up that 2099 Doom.
Let's get the 2099 set back.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, but you know what, man? I'm sorry, but you know what? My Hulk the End eats your zombie Hulk for breakfast, dude. You ain't got nothing on it. Like, yeah, cool story and all, but this is the Hulk. I mean, he needs to be a big ass beast, and that one, not so much. You know, this Hulk eats other Hulks all day.
I'll give an honorable mention to the Colossal Hulk from the Infinity set.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah.
I like him. That dude's got a lot of stop clicks.
Great sculpt, too. Great sculpt.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's really about it. We're going to go ahead and move into the final segment, which is Shots Fired.
Well, we ain't going to do drunk builds with the two straight edge guys that don't drink?
No, I think we've given up on drunk builds. It's a little hard to do and on the fly. And, so that's why we came up with Your Fig Sucks, Mine's Better.
Yeah.
So anyway, we might throw in a drunk builds every now and then if we can prep beforehand. But anyway, so we're gonna go and move on into Shots Fired. This is where we give a big fuck you to anything we want to say fuck you to. So Aries, you're the guest. Do you have some shots to fire tonight?
I'll start off, and maybe if I think of something else, I'll come back around for a second round. I'll fucking put another one in the chamber. But if you follow HeroClix pages on Facebook and shit like that, and their trade pages and shit like that, read the fucking rules. Like, read the fucking rules and then abide by the fucking rules and make life easy. Like, you make it seem like it's like the page owes you something or we're like, no, we don't fucking need you here. If you don't want to, If you don't want to follow the rules and shit, we don't fucking need you. I've already got one person. I've got the ban hammer already up on, and if they listen, hey, you know who you are. I'm just waiting for the trade to go through, and then you're getting fucking kicked because it's literally the person. So making a trade with somebody, the person asked them, hey, have you shipped yet? They said yes, we've shipped, no problem. He said, well, can you send me the tracking number? And then ignored him for 3 days, and then said, he's like, well, something. And he said your instead of you are, like the parentheses or whatever, the apostrophe. And the guy corrected his grammar to be an asshole. So then I messaged him because I got involved because I had to, because the guy was like, hey, can you? And the guy said, I shipped it. It's on its way. Patience. I said, yeah. But that's not the rules. So could you send me the fucking tracking number or the guy the tracking number per the rules? And then ignored me. So Banhammer's coming. Just waiting for the trade to go through. It's just, why do you join pages if you just don't want to make life easy for fucking anyone?
Right.
Ship stuff in boxes, not envelopes. Mikey, dumb fuck. If you're putting it in, think to yourself, would I want something coming to me this way? If the answer is no, don't fucking do it. It's tiresome. All right, go back around the horn. I might have another one.
All right, Matt, you got something for us?
You know, I got a lot of shit.
And fuck horses.
That's for another day.
Fuck horses.
Fuck horses? What? No. You know what, man? Fuck washing dishes by hand. That shit sucks. Like, Aries, get a fucking dishwasher. Seriously, man.
There we go. You guys get more tired than I do, and you're not even doing the fucking dishes.
I feel like it's your Zen moment, dude. Like, you're just like, yes.
You guys are getting all worn out watching me do the dishes and shit.
You know, that's the thing. It's like he does dishes, and we watch him do it. So
yeah.
What does that say about you? Like, you're
fucking rant and rave with this fucking horrible accent he's got. Just like, you know.
Personal. I'm making it personal.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, we're getting personal, brother.
There we go.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say mine, and I'm going to have to preface this one with, so just hear me out, because I don't want to get like PETA called on me or anything here.
Ooh.
Fuck ASPCA commercials. Not the ASPCA, because, I'm all for, rescuing animals and stuff. But when a commercial comes on, the first thing I see is a sad dog's face and Sarah McLachlan singing to me. I am muting that shit and leaving the room.
That's who it is. It's fuck Sarah McLachlan.
Yes.
Be making that sad music.
I mean, that will make a grown man
arms of an angel.
Christ, I gotta leave. No, I can't watch. Change the fucking channel. Fuck Sarah McLachlan and her sad ass songs. Jesus Christ. Every dog I've had's been a rescue. Don't make me feel worse about myself as a human being just for watching a fucking commercial.
Makes you feel like you need to adopt even more dogs, It's like, I mean, I'm the same way. Every animal we found on the side of the road. My dog that I have now included, like he was wandering around the parking lot at work and he needed a house. He's in my house now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For 10 cents a day, you can feed a dog. It's like, bitch, I can't even feed myself right now. I'm trying. Don't make me feel bad.
Oh, shit. I need another $1,200 to feed another dog.
Shit.
All right. Well, that's about it. Oh, wait. Don't you have something you want to say fuck you to?
Man, fuck Matt Donham.
At least point the camera to her so we know who's saying it. I mean, we know who's saying it.
No, she doesn't want to be live on, be recorded.
Fair enough.
Not yet, anyway. We'll get her voice, but it's not now.
I ain't even talked shit to her yet. God damn it.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight. Any final thoughts, Matt?
Oh, final thoughts. Wear sunscreen. The fucking sun is brutal. I'm a pasty white boy. I burn like crazy, so sunscreen,
like fucking
folks.
milk over there. He's talking about wearing SPF 4000. Let's go bend a spoon powder. Fuck out of here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, Aries, any final thoughts?
Yeah, just be safe. That's it. We're living in a fucked up time right now. Be safe. Be nice to people.
Right. Amen.
Fuck Matt Donham.
Yeah, fuck Matt Donham.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave everyone with this. Liberty Bibbity.